to the Twitter space for the BDB Cohort 2 wrap up. And before we proceed with our question and answer, let's have Sarah from Sakuro to make a short announcement. Hi, Sarah, you have the floor.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for giving time for me to speak a little bit. Is my audio okay for everybody?
Yes, it's good.
All clear, Sarah.
Yes.
Nice, nice. First and foremost, congratulations on everybody was part of the cohort number 2, and then hope everybody enjoyed and learned a lot and grow together with SparkLearn. And to give a small background on how we got to collaborate with SparkLearn, Securo is building something called all-in-one API for DeFi. So using Securo's API for developers who are not necessarily very experienced in coding everything from scratch to build their own product on DeFi, you can simply use the programming language that you are already familiar with and interact with different dexes. Any top dexes that we have integrated: Uniswap, PancakeSwap, QuickSwap, and then also you can connect with 6 different chains that we're supporting right now. And basically, you don't have to spend so much time on researching on all the dexes and their original smart contract codes. By just copy paste the API that you can interact with dexes for swapping tokens or investing into a certain investment strategies, or you can add a payment gateway that your potential users that using your application to use fiat to buy cryptocurrencies, and more to come. So we know that SparkLearn developers and community members are really passionate about building as well. So we prepared this campaign to learn a little bit more in a diverse way about Web3 and DeFi, and hopefully we can be also helpful for your building journey. Yeah, I hope everybody enjoyed using our API, and we're always here to help and grow together with you. So I hope you guys continue with your journey, and then don't think that this cohort wrap up is the end of the whole development journey. So keep up with it. And if you are on Twitter or on Discord, make sure to follow us and then just tag us to talk about what's difficult and what's fun on in at building on DeFi and Web3. Yeah, happy to be part of this, and then congratulations again. Rooting for you guys.
Thank you, Sarah. That was such a nice, that was so nice of you to say. Thank you so much. We're looking forward for more opportunities for everyone in this space as well. So thank you so much, Sarah, for that.
Thank
You
you,
know,
thank you.
okay, let's proceed with our question and answer for our boot campers.
Before we go to our Q&A, Jomi, let's introduce
Ooh,
ourselves first because we forgot, I
wow.
think.
Yeah,
Let's
we
just
could.
for the benefit of the new listeners and new joiners of our Twitter Spaces. I am Melissa, the head honcho of SparkLearn EdTech, and
Woohoo.
together with me is Jomi, our senior marketing specialist. And
Yay.
a while ago we had Sarah from Securo. I just want to add something that Securo makes your DeFi project easier to be built. So I was scrolling their Twitter profile a while ago, and it said when you use Securo API, you can build your DeFi project in just 5 minutes instead of 5 weeks. So you can try out the API by joining the campaign, the build and win campaign of Sekuro. You just need to follow their article. All the details are already stated there, so you can start building your DeFi project with Sekuro API. So yeah, I'll turn over the floor to Jomi so she can introduce our guests for tonight. We have our boot campers from cohort 2, and we'll be talking about all things that happened in our second batch for blockchain developer bootcamp. So go ahead, Jomi.
Yeah, thank you so much for the short introduction, Ma'am Mary. Okay, for our boot campers, we have Ni- under cohort 2, we have Nico Tensei. Say hi, Nico.
Hello, ma'am.
Hi. We, we also have Joseph. Hi, Joseph.
Hello po,
Welcome.
good evening.
Good evening. We also have Matt from
Hello.
SparkPoint.
Good evening. Hello, guys.
Hello,
Thank
good
you.
evening. Next, we also have JP, again from SparkLearn.
GM.
He also took the bootcamp with his other cohort members.
Yes.
And lastly, we have Kuya Ian. Oh, nawala si Kuya Ian. Kuya Ian, I have invited you to speak. Ayan, speaker na siya. Hi, Kuya Ian.
Hello, good evening.
Hi, good evening.
Hirapan ako dito sa Twitter.
Welcome to Twitter, Kuya Ian.
Hi, GM.
GM. Yan. Let's start with our first question. To the boot campers, describe your experience during the BDB Cohort 2. Ayan. Sana hindi kayo kabahan. Let's start with, since kanina natanong na siya ni Kuya Harvs, let's go with Joseph. Kumusta
Yun, nga agad.
experience, Joseph? Ano?
For me, ma'am, medyo bitin. For me, bitin.
Oh,
Sorry,
you
kasi,
want more.
kasi yung time na unang binigay is hanggang week 4 lang kaagad. Kasi, nung nag-start ako, hindi ko napansin, patapos na pala ako. kaya, kaya. Pero binabalikan ko naman siya from time to time if may naman nakalimutan akong topics. Kaya malaking help din siya. So,
Di ba
yun for
ongoing
me.
ka na din sa, sa project po,
Sa capstone, ma'am, balik kakatapos ko lang, I think last night yata yun, Monday. Monday night yata yun, natapos ko na. And then, rin ako. Ang binabalikan ko ngayon yung sa I think week 7, yung hindi ko pa natatapos. May ilang activities pa kung di natatapos doon. So, try ko siyang balikan ulit.
Oh, with that project ba, ikaw lang? Or may partner ka? Kasama mo ba si Nico?
Nag-solo na lang po kasi kami kasi may naging busy rin ako last week or last month kasi may mga lakad kami sa labas and then nagkaroon ng di ba mga festival, Web3 festival.
Wow. Nice.
Actually, nakita na tayo sa Web3 Fest.
Oh, yes, sir.
Buti naman nagkita din kayo doon. Okay, next, let's have Nico. How was your experience during the bootcamp?
So far naman maganda naman yung experience ko sa bootcamp. Medyo kinakabahan ako. Di ako sanay magsalita sa yung madaming tao. Pero so far maganda naman yung yung naging lectures tapos yung mga project na binibigay ng mga instructor namin, lalo na yung
No.
yung about sa mga kung paano mo ma-apply yung blockchain, and then kung yun nga, yun sa project, and kung paano ma-apply sa um asa yun, no? Medyo ako kinakabahan ako. Baka mamaya okay
Okay
na.
lang, Nico, go lang.
Gani ka. Well, sa regarding sa, follow-up question, ongoing ka na din sa project mo?
Yung sa ma'am, kasi nasira yung yung PC ko. Na,
Oh.
kaya parang yung sa hard drive kasi nawala yung mga files ko, tapos umulit ako ng wala kasi ako nakasave, tapos bumili ako ng bagong hard drive. So yun, umulit ako ng project. Pero nasa na ako, nasa capstone, tapos yung web week 7.
Wow. Parang kung sa akin nangyari yan, parang mainis ako sa sarili ko. Wow.
Pero
Thank you
nakasave
for
naman yung
that.
iba sa sa
Oo.
GitHub, Nico. Yung iba mong files.
Yung ibang files, sir, wala ka sa GitHub, nakasave. Yung sa week 3 lang ata yung nandun ko.
Okay lang
Na
yan.
week 3
Okay
lang.
lang yan. Okay, thank you, Nico,
Kaya po.
for sharing your experience on the Cohort 2 Bootcamp. Next, let's have Kuya Ian. Si Clau Reed.
Hello, Reed.
Hi.
Hello. Rinig ba ako? Rinig?
Opo.
Yep, all clear.
So, okay naman yung experience ko sa BDB. Medyo busy nga lang kaya hindi ko pa rin na gagawa yung capstone project Pero humingi naman akong palugit kay Harbs. Yung tinatapos ko sa wallet. Kaya
Wow.
natutukan ko sana yung pag nakasubmit na sa App Store. And then,
Maghahanap ka ba ng partner for the project, Kuya?
hindi siguro kasi may idea na rin naman ako kung ano. Hindi ko pa lang
Wow.
consult ko
Share
na
mo
lang
naman
kung ano
dyan
yung
kung anong idea
Wow.
mo, sir.
simple lang
Project
naman.
reveal ba yan?
Hindi. Sa na lang. Pag-submit na lang para
May surprise. May surprise si Sir
Alpha Leak.
Ian sa mga mentors.
Ay, hindi na-consult ko na yun sa kanila. Kaya may idea na rin sila ni Aldrich kung ano.
Wow. Exciting
Nakita
yan,
ko
ha?
pa na ganyan nagkaroon kayo ng face-to-face consultation
Oo nga.
Oo.
Oo,
sa
naglayo pa
Laguna.
kami ni Mentor Aldrich sa Binyan, Laguna. Para lang ma-meet itong isang student namin from Laguna.
No!
Joke lang. Nagkataon PH Web 3 Fest. So, napadaan din akong Laguna kasi may personal laka din doon. And yan, na-meet ko na rin siya sa student, si Sir Ian. So, yun. Exciting yung gagawin niyang project kasi na-mention na rin sa akin. And mukhang feasible naman. Hopefully,
Wow.
matapos mo na siya.
But it's nice, no, that the event, yung PH Web 3 Festival, parang siya na din yung naging, kumbaga trigger na makapag-meet tayo, Harvey, ng mga bootcampers natin in real life, katulad ni
Yes.
Joseph and then ni Sir
Oo, si
Ian,
Joseph.
na dinadoubt namin kung AI lang ba yan. Finally, we met our bootcampers, some of our bootcampers, through the event PH Web3 Festival. So it has also, it's one of the highlights of attending the said event, and it's nice na yun nga meron tayong opportunity to have this and discuss with the mentor. But I want to ask Sir Ian, no, this is just a impromptu question na mention mo kasi kanina na you're working also with other projects like SparkPoint Wallet. Naging, kumbaga, ano yung parang how did the bootcamp help you in developing this non-custodial crypto wallet? And ma-advise mo din ba yung mga katulad mong may work to join the upcoming cohorts in the future?
Yes, ma'am. Kasi ano, nung before ako nag-start dito, sinusundan ko lang din yung mga codes nila, Harvs and Medard. Kaya, pero dahil dun sa bootcamp, mas nagkaroon ako ng deeper knowledge sa sa token creation, smart contracts, and ganun. So, kumbaga, mas nagkaroon ng mas deeper na understanding, hindi lang yung parang surface level lang. Kaya definitely i-recommend ko sa mga into mga ganitong projects, web 2 or kahit nga web 2, magandang rin tong blockchain.
Paano naman, Sir Ian, doon sa mga katulad mo din na busy sa work, mare-recommend mo din ba yung Blockchain Developer Bootcamp na, oh, sali kayo dito, or pag sumali kayo dito, kaya mong pagsabihin yung learning and then yung working mo sa isang company or sa isang project? Wala ka naman din naging difficulty sa pag-manage ng time mo while taking this bootcamp and at the same time working for a project?
Yun naman din yung maganda dito kasi pwede siyang i-self-paced lang kung depende sa kung kaya, kung gaano kaka-busy or pwede mong tuloy-tuloyin kung medyo maluwag ang time. Pag medyo naman, pwedeng na lang, kumbaga, paunti-unti. And matatapos rin naman yung mga Ang importante natutunan naman hindi naman sa speed, hindi sa natutunan. So anyway, clear naman yung mga explanations and then yung mga exercises okay naman. So mas talaga, ma-ingrain yung knowledge tungkol dun sa subject.
Okay, thank you, sir. How about si Matt Ivan? Kasi I know he's also working. And the same questions lang din kay Sir Ian kung kumusta ba yung pag-join mo dito sa Blockchain Developer Bootcamp Cohort 2? Meron ba siyang naging help sa pagiging knowledgeable mo sa blockchain development in general? And will you also recommend this to future bootcampers who are also working?
Yes po. So thank you again. It was, I think, a lot of fun. That's the only thing that I can describe it. Why fun? Because it was very accessible. Sometimes I'm driving and I can just pull up my phone and I can view the activities, or maybe may na-remember lang ako na something na gagawin and I could really
Uy,
save
don't work while
much.
driving. That's bad. Joke lang.
Hindi, minsan when it's traffic and I suddenly remember something like ito pala yung pwedeng fix for ganitong issue ko sa certain exercise, especially nung week 4 I think, na na-solve ko yung yung question ko na while driving, which is very weird, pero it's very convenient where you could just pull out your phone and you can rewatch the video for, alam mo yon. And then it's very convenient, and I also have direct interaction with my mentors. So it didn't really cause me too much problems. I'd say it was really fun, and I will definitely advise those who are in the industry, the blockchain industry as well, or even outside of the blockchain industry. This is an additional knowledge and an additional challenge, and it actually helped me maintain a better and sensible schedule. So, nung nag-BDB ako, I was keeping my goals realistic and attainable by making like a list, kahit sa phone lang. So, gagawa ko ng parang mga task ko for the week for BDB lang and for work. And then pagtapos ko na siya, I would check it out na makikita ko na 60%, done na ako sa itong task and whatnot. Nakaka-relieve din ng stress na without having to worry about um, yung hectic deadlines na coming up na you haven't done a lot of things yet. So I would definitely recommend this to other people, and I had a lot of fun. So yun po. Thank you.
Wow, that's great to hear from you, Matt Ivan. the bootcamp also helped you in your time management. So that's a rare thing to hear from other people kasi usually when other people have a lot of things to do, yun, nahihirapan sila. They have a hard time juggling their tasks, and it's good that this bootcamp helped you in this matter. So thanks, Matt Ivan, for sharing your experiences in our cohort 2. And let me ask our mentor, our only mentor here in the Twitter space, Harvey, are there any recent innovations in science or technology that have inspired you aside from blockchain technology?
Okay, good question. So, since lately kasi focus na ako sa blockchain, pero syempre, as a tech guy, and also as an innovator, syempre learning is must not stop. So, aside from blockchain, I'm looking into other things in tech like IoT and machine learning and AI. So, mostly dito nag-revolve yung aking mga binabasa, pinapanood na videos, aside from blockchain. So, yun lang.
Speaking of AI and the recent developments in this space, aside from AI art, we also have the chat GPT, also by OpenAI, the creator of DALI as well. What can you say about that?
Okay, so what I can say about that is AI has come a long way. So, for DALI, example, na lately ko lang din siya na-research, which generates these pixels na in-input ng isang user as well as his chats. So, kasi before blockchain, I've worked with AI na din. And I can say na it has come a long way and it has a lot of innovation. Medyo hindi na ako nag-gaano nakaka-catch up since I focused lately sa blockchain. So, looking with bullish din for some things, for improvements. Pero yan, sa mga recent discussions din and mga na-attendan kong conferences, some are having fear with this new technology. And some, syempre, as someone living this generation na umaasa sa technology, they adapt. So, also, I have these discussions then with some of the people na nakausap ko about AI, na about replacing their jobs. As of now, hindi pa, since yun, wala naman sentient or walang kumbaga emotions and human will ang AI. But I don't know what the future is for it, kung paano pang ma-innovate dito. Pero yan, yung mga exciting things, at the same time scary.
Yes, actually, we discussed that last time during one of our FB lives in one of the radio stations here in Legazpi. What if the teachers will be replaced by AI in the future? So it was a good conversation with the hosts. And AI still has a long way to go. However, is it is disrupting different industries, like for example the art industry with AI art, and then now with the chat GPT, it's going to disrupt, I think, the BPO industry when it comes to non-verbal jobs like chat agents and things like that. So let's have JP. For you, JP, what are the recent innovations in science and technology that have inspired you, aside from what Harvey has shared?
Okay, just recently po, tulad nung sabi ni Kuya sa AI and machine learning, nag-wonder talaga ako para paano pag dumating na yung araw na si AI ay na-deploy na kay blockchain. Dahil si AI ay independent ng model, si blockchain rin, independent rin siya. So, decentralized siya. Doon na nakatira si AI sa blockchain. So, parang wala na tayong control sa AI at sa kaya niyang gawin. Pero, dagdagan ko lang dun sa chat, sa OpenAI kay ChatGPT. Siguro for now, tapos sa coming years, sa mga early years pa, malaking tulong siya sa atin as developers. Kasi yung mga tanong natin ng kay Stack Overflow, pwede nating idirekta ng itanong sa kanya, tapos nag-generate siya ng sagot o kaya solution para doon na pwede nating i-analyze. Actually, hindi lang si ChatGPT ang gumagawa niya. Meron ng si GitHub, meron siyang Copilot, which is paid siya, pero may trial siya last time, kaso hindi ko sinubukan. Yung code mo, magsasuggest na siya, hindi mo pa na itatype yung code mo, nagsasuggest na siya ng solution or code para doon. May mga ibang companies na gumagamit na nung Copilot para mas mapadali yung kanilang ginagawa at mas maging productive yung kanilang mga developers din. Pero, yun nga, may mga disadvantages at advantages rin naman sila. Laging both sides naman yung dalawa. At, yun lang po sa akin.
I think we did also to have a separate Twitter space about AI and how it affects
Yes.
other industries, no?
Yes po. Yes.
Because it
Yep.
will take a long discussion.
Opo.
Doon pa lang sa AI art, I remember when I attend Twitter
Yes
spaces
po.
about AI art. Sobrang haba ng exchange or discussion kasi ang daming iba't ibang perspectives about it. But let's have Nico para dito sa question na to. What kind of science or technology that inspires you to create aside from AI, aside from machine learning, meron pa ba?
Ayun. So ano ma'am, siguro interesado ako sa yung Internet of Things, yung gumagamit ng mga smart tawag doon? Yung sa smart
Smart devices ba?
yun nga ma'am. Yung about sa smart devices na parang mas napapadali na yung gawain natin. Nakanda kasi dito sa ano ko yung about sa OpenGPT, kaso na-tackle na din nila Sir Harbs and yung about sa OpenGPT. So, yun na lang siguro, Internet of Things.
Maganda din yun na na technology, yung Internet of Things. Kung titingnan lang naman natin, interconnected lang naman din itong mga technologies na na-mention natin. AI, blockchain, Internet of Things. Together, they can work and make our lives easier. Kasi may mga nadaanan na ako, mga case studies na IoT devices sila, pero they use blockchain, they use AI. So, interconnected lang naman siya. Pero, aside from these technologies, gusto ko naman din marinig yung perspective siguro ni Joseph when it comes to how about virtual reality, augmented reality, tapos yung extended realities as a tech? Do you have any idea or do you want to explore also this area of technology?
Hello? Audible po ako.
Yes po, all good.
Ayun. Currently kasi ma'am, medyo parang tinitreat ko kasi yung sarili ko as a beginner pa rin sa web development. So, hindi ko muna sila inaano ngayon. Ine-explore yung about that. So, ang tinatry ko pa lang yung mga about dun sa answer nila Sir Hyde kanina and nila Sir JP. So, yung katulad nga nung sa ChatGPT. So, for me, malaki siyang tulong and tinreat ko siya as ano siya resources na din. So, ginagamit ko siya actually pang debug. So, nakakatulong siya sa akin tapos mas for me mas naintindihan ko kung saan ako nagka-problem or kung may mali ba sa syntax ko. And then, so yun ma'am. So, ano lang muna ako ngayon for now. One step at a time. So, baka kasi overload din ako sa information.
Baka
Oo.
sumabog yung
Mm.
utak natin. Ano siya,
So,
too much information.
So since mga I think nag 1 year na rin naman ako sa Web3. So mga magta 2 years pa lang siguro naman ako sa Web3 kasi since last year lang ako nag-design kasi muna ako nag-work ako sa bank, di ba? As na-mention ko yung sa Web2 talaga ako
Parang,
galing.
parang kanina mo pa sinisita yung asa mo.
Ay, rinig
Just to
pala.
add din yan si Joseph kasi nasa bank industry siya for 3 years, I think. Oo. Tapos lately
Actually,
lang siya pumasok sa sa web.
Actually, 7 years, sir. 7 years.
7 years, ayun.
7
Wow.
Layo
years.
nung binigay kong year. Oo.
Medyo malapit na rin.
Pero so far,
yun.
Joseph, okay ang progress mo kasi so far ikaw yung student na pinakamabilis ang progress sa bootcamp. Kaya yun din
Wow.
as a beginner din, mukhang di naman nga beginner eh. Pero yun,
Actually, sir,
it's a
may
significant
medyo may background na rin kasi ako sa web development and then, di ba, may bootcamp din ako pinasukan before akong makuha ang dito, scholar sa court, sa BDB. And then, nag-code ko din muna ako. Tapos, so yun, parang may head start din talaga ako. And then, daily nagko-code din ako. So far, may progress naman ng ko.
I have another spontaneous question. Because I met one of the active blockchain developers here in the Philippines, if you're familiar with Blockchain Whisperer. And he mentioned that one of the concerns here in the Philippines and other blockchain developers as well also, they mentioned that most of the blockchain devs here in the Philippines, they don't innovate. They usually just fork available open source projects out there, and they are used to copying, or let's say reusing the smart contracts for tokens, for the apps, without really going outside of the box. So for Matt Ivan, since we're talking about innovation, and as a developer who recently joined the blockchain industry, how can you, let's say, overcome this notion about being stagnant or being too comfortable in forking open source codes? How can you also promote innovation in blockchain?
Thank you for the question, Manary. I think most people, especially some stockholders from other countries, do not understand that we are also limited in certain resources. For example, an example that I can give you guys is I think some people, like for example, person A has 100 pesos in his pocket, and person B has 1,000 pesos in his pocket. So if the cost of this project, of this quality, of this caliber is 100 pesos, person A is gonna lose everything. So he's basically risking basically his 100%. While person B on the other hand can invest 100 pesos for that 100 peso caliber quality of a project, but he still has a lot of leverage to work with. He lose 100, he can reinvest 100. He lose another 100, he can reinvest another 100. That leaves him with a couple hundreds more. So that's, I think, my perspective on this. Filipino developers, because I've been with the academe for 2 years before I worked with SparkPoint as a developer. Sometimes Filipino devs tend to, try to innovate, and they have a lot of ideas. The problem is they can't take too much risk because it sometimes it can compromise the whole project as a whole, or certain entities that are too risky to risk in a certain project, for example. So I think developers, Filipino developers especially, they are very talented, they are very innovative, they are full of ideas. It's just a matter of resources, just a matter of opportunities, just a matter of time. So that's my take on this. So thank you, Ma Mary.
Okay, just to
Wow.
add,
Thanks
uh,
also, Matt Ivan. Okay, go
actually,
ahead, Harps, if you want to add
most
something.
most of Matt said most of the things Matt said is right because uh, Philippines is has a lot of talent when it comes to developers, but apparently they cannot take the risk because most are just bootstrapped startups. Few are only backed by VCs, so they do not have much resources to risk for something to be R&D and to be further improved. They rely on things that are already existing and things that are already proved proven to be of quality. So most of the developers rely on open source projects that are proven to be of quality and have been forked many times and has a lot of community behind it, since most are also having trouble in their environment, having errors. They have something to ask and someone to have their issues fixed on their end. So yeah, that's my take. And thanks, Matt Ivan, for your answer.
Thank you.
Okay, since we have Harvey answering the question, let me add another question addressed to our mentor. Setting aside the perspective of having BCs or investors, as a mentor, how can you help our Filipino developers encouraging in encouraging and taking risks so they can innovate and create new blockchain solutions that can help address real life pain points in our society. Kasi hindi lang naman yan palaging investors lang, VCs lang. Meron din kasi parang, 'di ba, we have this principle na why copy a project if you can be the first one in solving a real life problem for our community. So how can you help our bootcampers in our cohort 2 and also upcoming cohorts in taking these risks and help them be innovators in a sense?
Okay, so uh, just to add with the previous question, there were some points taken by someone who said that some Filipinos are losing their creative craft, especially the developers, because most of them are just forking and cloning other projects without really having to improve it or having to have a grasp with what they have copied. So my take with uh, this should be addressed because uh, a lot of Filipino developers are when it comes to risk, they are not They don't want risk because they are afraid of failures. So it's okay to fail because most successful people, not just people and startups, they fail a lot of times before they get to what they are into now. So focus on your creative craft and focus on the things that have not been built yet. So and stop reinventing the wheel. So yeah, that's my take.
Okay, thank you, Harvey. So, Matt Ivan is raising his hand.
Yes po. I'd like to add lang na what Sir Harv said was really nice. I'd like to add na another thing that I think we as Filipino community builders should take account of is let's boost each other's morale and self-esteem. So not a lot of countries, trust a lot of developers from certain countries. Like, I don't want to name countries, but there's discrimination, there's everything. Yung trust din ng mga investors and ng mga um, stakeholders for projects, they also take into consideration the quality of developers and where they're from, whether we like it or not. So we as builders, I think we need to boost our self-esteem, not only ourselves, pero other projects and other fellow Filipino builders. So we need to explore the new and the different things, and it should be good because problems I think that arise nowadays, especially in our community with fellow startups, is developers tend to commit acts of repellent behavior or some that are unethical because they themselves they do not believe in themselves. So in this context, I think inevitably the fear of having your own image unmounted hinders innovative thinking. So I think we need to beg to differ. These challenges do not exist because we can right now create a solution of this, which is supporting each other. So yun. So thank you. Yun lang.
Okay, thank you, Matt Ivan and Harvey. Just to add on my end, since since I'm helping my boot campers also in their career path in terms of becoming a blockchain developer, I think that we should really encourage and support one another. Matt Ivan is right. Most of the time, whenever we have Filipino blockchain projects, we encounter such harsh words with regard to this said projects, and it's disappointing, but also at the same time encourages. I think for me, in my perspective, I use it as a fuel to prove our haters wrong whenever they say that Filipino project rug pull lang naman yan. So Matt Ivan is right. First and foremost, we should support one another and also encourage our developers to take the risk. Actually building on top of a blockchain, if you're just testing your idea, it's not that expensive because most of the blockchain network have test nets, and a lot of a lot of projects as well are giving grants. So if you have this good idea that will really solve a real life problem, or it will solve a pain in the ass problem in our community, then go ahead. You can use this test nets. Don't be afraid, because developing blockchain solutions, it takes one step at a time. And how can you develop, or how can you build a certain solution if you're always afraid in taking that one step? But yeah, I think let's have Jomi for the next question before I blabber on again and have more questions to ask.
It's okay. Pero wow, nasa second question pa lang tayo and I have learned a lot already. Very wise ang mga kasama natin ngayong gabi. Wow! And before we proceed to our next question, I want to say hi to our new listeners. Si Ninong Jules. Hi po. And we also have Jerica from SparkPoint and si Joycey, our admin officer. Ayan. Thank you for listening, everyone. So our third question. What is to our bootcampers, what is your favorite part during the bootcamp? Ayan. Feeling ko magandang tanungin dito si Joseph.
Baka yung icebreaker. Joke lang.
Oo.
Parang marami. Wait lang. Pipili ako ng siguro, for me, yung part na solidity, introduction sa solidity. Kasi since wala talaga akong idea sa solidity pa nun, so kaya mas na-excite akong tapusin yung niya, yung mga tutorials niya.
Good thing naman na it helped you understand more about solidity. Diba?
Mga first few days, medyo nangangapa talaga ako. So, and then, additional search pa sa YouTube and Google. So, yun.
Mm-mm.
And then,
Kasi hindi ka naman pinabayaan ng mentors natin. Nag-consult ka din ng, nag-consult ka sa kanila for additional help.
Actually, yung una na medyo nahihiya pa ako kasi kasi first time ko lang din sa mga gantong bootcamp din. And then may mentorship din kasi. And then pala siya, very useful. So ko siya. Mga ilang weeks din yata yun, mga parang araw-araw rin yata ako nagpa-mentor ng kay Sir Had tsaka Sir Aldrich. So ginamit ko talaga siya.
Siyempre. Like, they're always
Kaya
there
siguro
naman.
mabilis mo rin natapos yung nasa capstone ka na.
Tsaka yung nalaman ko kasi sir na may ibang na ang tawag din yung nadi-depreciate na
deprecate.
Deprecate pala, sorry. So sabi ko baka kasi by that time na balikan ko siya, may kailangan na naman akong baguhin. So tinuloy-tuloy ko na rin siya. And then yung ko pa talaga nun parang yung engine ko nun tuloy-tuloy. So yun.
Okay, thank you, Joseph. Okay, let's have Sir Ian. What is your favorite part during the bootcamp?
Siguro ako for yung the first time na I created my own token. Kasi before, I'm fascinated na paano ba nag-work na talagang cryptocurrency. And then, nung na-experience ko na mag-deploy, siguro yun yung parang, wow, ganito pala to. So, wala lang, para mababaw lang siguro kaligayahan ko.
It's okay, it's okay.
Baka lang lang punta quiz. Joke lang.
All the
Pero at least, diba?
Run pool sa testnet.
Baka ma-hack yung mga tokens ko, sayang. Pero anyway, yun yung pinaka-favorite kong part.
It helped you understand ngayon na kung paano nag-create ng coin yung mga certain projects. Like, ganito pala yun. Like, naiintindihan mo na siya agad. Despite na hindi ka na despite na ang dami ng projects na may coins, hindi ka na na-overwhelm since naiintindihan mo na din siya.
Yun, parang, ganito pala. Paano kaya natin? Next step is paano ito pagkakitaan naman. Joke.
Wow! Share na lang ng biyaya ba? Next, for that question ulit, let's have JP.
Naunahan ako ni Kuya Ian dun sa Pero maganda kasi, pag-deploy ng sarili mong token, tapos nakakatuwa lang kasi kahit nasa testnet lang. Tapos pwede ka mag-deploy ng iba-iba pang pangalan ng token mo. Tapos papakita mo sa kaibigan mo, nasa blockchain na to. Tapos yung pag-deploy rin ng sarili mong NFT. Tapos kung paano nag-work yun, kung paano nakakapag-deploy ng NFT. Parang, kasi madalas sinasabi lang nila may nilaunch na project na NFT. Pero ngayon, dahil alam mo na kung ano yung nangyayari doon behind that, parang mas meron ka ng mas malalim na kaalaman doon sa
Bigger
project
insight.
nila.
Oo.
Yun, kaya exciting yung bootcamp.
Gagawa ka din ba, JP, ng sarili mong NFT after this?
Hindi ako gaanong artist pero meron kasi akong kaibigan na artist na kasi minsan napapag-usapan namin. Kaya kung sakali may madi-deploy kami, testnet lang kasi.
Wow!
Testnet lang. Kasi hindi naman na-deploy sa mainnet.
Deploy sa testnet.
Testnet.
Hanggang doon lang muna.
Oo. Girly
Thank
pala,
you.
girl. Sige po.
Thank you, JP. And let's have Nico then. What's your favorite part during the bootcamp, Nico?
Siguro yung nagustuhan ko sa bootcamp is yung about sa sa pagke-create ng smart contracts. Tas yung sa ERC 721, yung sa token. Then
Wow.
sobrang masaya kasi yung naging bootcamp experience ko, tapos yung mentor kasi is mabilis mag-reply sa yung mga tanong, sa mga questions. Tapos yung
Wow.
mabait din ng mga coordinators, sila Ma'am Jomay, Ma'am Benos, tapos si Ma'am Joycey. Tapos thank you din pala kay Ma'am Mary. Tapos sila Sir Harvey and Sir Aldrich. Kasi sobrang pabait. Tapos approachable pa. Tapos yun lang
It's
po.
nice to know naman na you see us that way. I mean, that's what we aim, na we will provide you with the best service because this is a learning platform, and that's our really goal, na makatuto kayo na hindi lang sayang yung pag-enroll nyo dito. Kumbaga, let's make it worth it and build connections, diba? Kasi it's also a form of network din, na we build connections, we build a rapport, because since Web3 is all about community naman. So, thank you din na you see us that way, and we appreciate that. Thank you. And then, let's have si
Nakakaiyak
Matt.
man. Nakakaiyak
Oo.
kasi first time ko in how many years ulit makarinig na mabait daw ako. Mabait. Kasi karamihan ng tao, pag nakikita ako, it's either natatarayan sa akin or tumatakbo palayo kasi I'm too aggressive and they're scared of me. Char. Yeah, thank you, Nico, for your kind words. And likewise naman din, mabait ka naman din na tao. That's why, kumbaga, din, balik-balik lang naman din yan ng energy.
Yes.
And we can see naman din na aside from the technicalities na nakukuha mo kaagad yung mga tinuturo ng mga mentors natin sa bootcamp, you also have the right mindset dito sa industry kasi given na marami ka na ding mga communities dito sa Web3 na nasalihan, kaya we share the same point of views in our community, and we're happy also that you're part of our community here in SparkLearn. Pero hindi lang si Nico. Siyempre lahat ng mga bootcampers dito sa cohort 2 para walang magalit sa akin.
Mabait si JP. Charot lang. Okay. Yung last, si Matt. What was your favorite part during the bootcamp?
I had favorite segments every here and then throughout the bootcamp. Nasabi na rin ni Sir Ian yung first contract, yung token na na-deploy. Tuwan-tuwa din ako dun eh. Pero siguro aside from that, siguro yung online kurumustahan. Kasi
Wow.
I had connectivity issues kasi I was driving that time. Tapos naghahanap ako kung saan ako pwedeng makahanap ng maayos na signal. Tapos umuwi na lang ako, ganun ganyan. Kasi nasa stress ako kasi nag-ongoing na kayo, may pa-price and all. because I was having issues. So inis na inis ako, pero at the same time, it's so funny looking back at it. So I think yun yung favorite ko, yung online karumustahan. Okay, thank you.
Masaya kami ka-banding.
Of course, of course.
Masaya din si Joseph, alam ko doon. Masaya kaming ka-banding, di ba, Joseph?
No comment po, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for sharing your favorite part during the boot camp. And let's now have Ma'am Mary for the next question.
For JP, how do you motivate yourself when you're working on a project that takes a long time to complete? How do you motivate yourself? Wait lang, parang yung mga tanong ko, parang, hey, parang pasulpot-sulpot na lang.
Sige po. For me, pero hindi pa ako nakakapagsimula nung capstone eh.
Ay, wag
Yeah,
na, wag na
nandyan
si JP. Hanap tayo ng ibang ibang bootcamper.
Wow.
Pero sa ibang projects naman, pag yung excitement na ma-launch mo siya or ma-deploy mo siya. Pero gagawa kami ng capstone namin yan ni Matt. Kinukulit na ako ni Matt yung capstone daw namin. So, pag-uusapan na namin yan. Opo.
Wow.
Si Matt. Para maambunan tayo ng wise words ni Matt. Sige po. Yun lang sa akin, yung excitement na ma-deploy siya tapos maipagamit sa iba, yung mga small projects yung ginagawa para magamit ng mga tao din, mga users para mapakinabangan nila. Ganun.
I see, yun yung motivation mo, yung excitement mo sa pag-develop ng application. And at the same time, yung parang ini-imagine mo kung wow, paano kaya ito gagamitin ng mga tao? Parang tama ba? Ganun ba?
Apo. Tapos, yun, na magamit nila sa daily lives nila.
Tanungin natin
usually, mga simple lang naman.
Tanungin naman natin yung partner mo, si Matt Ivan.
Na?
Paano mo ba minomotivate yung sarili mo pag may mga long-term projects kang ginagawa? Or kahit short-term, basta in general project na ginagawa mo. Paano mo minomotivate yung sarili mo?
I think yung number one para sa akin is I think participating in the online community or in the community as a whole. However, it's funny because yung sa previous industry, I was in the digital marketing and also creative direction. So when I went into the development as a developer, parang nag-take ako ng time out from my social media and all. Pero I think it's very important for us to participate in the online community, at least for me, kasi it's very nice to, talk to people who are experiencing issues with certain things and also iba-ibang projects na booming and mga news, mga as well, mga ganun. So participating in the online community. And yung sinabi ko kanina, which is parang visualization, I like to remind myself constantly of certain short-term goals and how I can attain it in the long term. So it gives me a more accurate estimate of certain things at a certain point in time. So it relieves some of my stresses. Then when I go to sleep, I can sleep well knowing that I have things planned out for the next month or for the next day, for example. And I think siguro I'd like to finish off with rewarding myself. It helps me motivate myself in a way na when I've been through a lot of stress for a certain project and I had a certain solution for it or I finished it, I think it's very important that I treat myself at least every now and then, be it eat in a restaurant or buy something nice as well for my loved ones. I think it's very important kasi it gives me a certain type of fuel that gets me going throughout the next following days or a couple of months, if that's the thing. So yeah, that's it for me po. So yun. Thank you.
Cool. Reward yourself. Parang nakaka-relate ako sa'yo, Matt Ivan, especially treating yourself in restaurants. I love food
True.
and I love stress eating. So let's Harvey is raising his hand.
Ayun,
Mm-mm.
It
so
would
pwede ba
be
mag-answer
good
dyan?
if we ask also the perspective of our mentor,
Oo.
especially mentor siya. How do you motivate yourself when you have your projects?
Okay, sige. Kasi pre-Web3 me, I was a developer na. So, I will have this full-time job before. Isa rin siyang startup and MSME, pero more on sa software based sa province namin. And after that full-time job, I have part-time jobs naman doing other people's software din. Yung iba para sa thesis, yung iba para sa kanilang small businesses. And motivation ko dun is probably for the money. Para maano ko yung mga luho ko.
Wow,
But
formula.
as but as
Wow naman.
time passes din, na-realize kong syempre, you make this softwares and solutions for the people na your clients na ginagawan mo. Syempre, for the fulfillment of the system, automating their jobs, not totally their jobs, but their activities in their yung mga ginagawa nila, their routines, and nakaka-help and nagiging efficient yung kanilang workflow. So mostly doon naging medyo rewarding siya. And if tiningnan ko na siya in another perspective, and kumbaga mas fulfilling yun kaysa if you do it for the money. So yun lang.
But there's no problem to have money as your motivator. It's also a reality, a truth in our place right now na in order to buy our needs and our wants, of course, we need money. And also it will also be good na if we have this financial freedom, we can also support our families. Nothing to be ashamed of, also of being truthful, of having money as your motivator. It what matters is that aside from the money, we have the passion for helping our people, our community, so we can balance our greed for material things and money, whatever stuff that we want. Kumbaga, balansehin natin yung ano natin, yung mga motivators natin in our life. Hindi lang dapat centralized na, dahil lang sa pera ko nag-build, or dahil lang din sa gusto kong kumain, gusto kong bumili ng mga material things, kaya I'm motivated to do these projects. At the end of the day, it's good that we also aim ourselves and our projects to help our community. Medyo idealistic lang yung answer, yung what I'm sharing, but I think that's how we also balance the get rich quickly mindset in the space, kasi nga karamihan din ng mga devs and other professionals in Web3, most of them joined the space because they were enticed by the quick money, having this certain amount of riches when they enter crypto and things like that. So we need to flush that out, or at least balance it, kumbaga. How about you, Jomi? Meron ka bang mga secrets in maintaining your motivation while completing your work?
Well, to be honest, lately, I, hindi na maganda yung motivation ko lately. Maybe it's because then I need rest. Kasi resting is more than just the physical rest na matulog ka lang and so on and so forth or take coffee after work. May people advised me to completely dedicate a day or at least 2 days na not think about anything. Like what you have said po, Ma'am Mary, na there must always be a balance with your life. Na it's not always about work, it's not always about playing. They must work together along with your faith, of course, to continue on with your life. Because you can't really achieve anything if you keep on playing. If you can't really achieve anything if you keep on working. You need to rest, be it mentally or physically. In any aspect, you need to rest. Because like what I have said before, na in hustling, you also need rest. So guys, just rest. Don't force your bodies or your minds to get stressed out or to finish that project immediately because it really takes a toll on you after a long, long day of not taking that vacation leave for how many months because you're that dedicated to your work. Give yourself a break. You need rest. That's my motivation for now. I need rest.
Yes, rest, girl. You deserve that rest. Actually, that's also one of my motivators. I look forward to weekends, especially when I know for myself I worked hard during the work days. So yes, I'm looking forward to thank God it's Friday. Things like that.
Yes.
And
Looking forward
uh
for the Christmas break din.
1 week break.
to add also, since we're talking about motivation, and another spontaneous question popped out of my mind, since we're here in the bear market, how do we motivate ourselves, because this is one of the hardest seasons in my life, this bear market, particularly this latest wave of bear market. you
Same.
know when I looked at my portfolio, I was like, oh my god, what is this? It's wiped out, as per Mobile Legends, wiped out. And then there was a moment I was asking myself, how do I stay motivated in this crucial season in building? So let's ask our boot campers. How about you, JP? Can you share your thoughts about how do you motivate yourself during this bear market?
For me po, I just always remind myself na this too shall pass, just like the other bear markets, and we will reap our rewards sa pag-build, continue building in bear market, because the ones that are building in the bear market are the ones who will succeed in the bull market. So,
Stonks, stonks,
stonks po yan. So,
stonks for life.
tulad nga ng naririnig ko po sa inyo pag ah, red tide, lagi niyo pong sinasabi na, oh, sale, mega sale. So, na, na ilalagay rin siya sa mindset ko na pag yan, bear market, tapos bumababa yung market, ah, panahon para magtanim, panahon para bumili, para merong aanihin pag nag-bull market na ulit. Tapos, yun, ah, hindi ko naman rin masyadong pinapansin muna. O hindi, wag na munang isipin din. Kasi pag nag-bull market, mahalata mo na lang, oh, ayan, unti-unti na palang nakakabangon yung market. Tapos nakakabangon na rin yung portfolio mo. Yun po.
Mayaman ka ulit.
Ayan ka ulit.
Ikaw naman, Jomi, baka may additional questions ka pa para sa guests natin?
So far, at the moment, walang nag-pop up sa akin today. Carrie, wala akong nag-pop up sa akin today. Sino pa hindi pa natin natatanong about his motivations sa
I mean,
project?
baka going outside motivation na siguro. Baka may other question ka pa dyan.
Going outside?
Yeah, like the next question.
Oh, the next question.
Okay, I
Okay.
have, okay,
Oh.
sige. Ikaw na lang, Jomie.
Sige na, proceed po.
Okay, I have questions for the bootcampers. So, yun, what are your challenges dito sa bootcamp? Start tayo with Joseph.
Hello, sir. Challenges. Wala, ano ba? Kasi parang lahat, kasi siyempre sir, lahat sa akin, bago eh. Parang lahat sa akin challenge. So, parang, parang coding kasi I treat it as a game kasi sir eh. Parang, start ako as level 1, tapos as, parang ako nagpapa-level through grind. And then, as the day goes by, so nagle-level up ka, so you learn new things, and then panibagong challenges na naman. And then, yun lang. So, hindi ko sinasabi sa sarili ko na, ay, alam ko na to, hindi ko na siya dapat. Parang aralin pa na yun din. So, chinecheck ko pa baka may hindi pa akong alam sa iba pang areas, ganyan. So, for me, lahat challenge. Kasi, ano siya sa akin eh. Parang hindi ko pa na-explore lahat.
Okay, thanks, Joseph. So, just to add, kasi ako, as a mentor, also, I have challenges din na face. Hindi lang siya limited sa bootcampers. Kasi ako, personally, I'm a developer and by nature. And tapos, since this bootcamp has already 2 iterations, may cohort 1, ito, cohort 2. Mga na-face kong problems is teaching in general. Kasi madali lang mag-code, madali lang makita ng student na, ay, alam to ni sir, ganyan. Pero as a teacher, it's your responsibility rin na to simplify, explain these things. Kumbaga, maintindihan talaga ng student from A to Z, ganun. Kumbaga, mag-grasp nila not in your level, kumbaga at their level of difficulty. So, yun yung mga challenges ko as a mentor. So, siguro, I would like to ask one of the student pa sa challenges. Siguro
Sir,
si Ian, kasi kanina pa to
pwede pa
tahimik.
pala mag-add.
Ay,
Hello,
halina.
sir.
Wow.
So ano
Ay,
sir,
yan yung Joseph.
isa pa palang challenges siguro yung imposter syndrome. Kasi I think common yun sa mga dev. And
True.
from time to time, so medyo na-encounter ko siya and parang natutunan ko rin siyang isolpas. So chine-check ko lang or nagtatanong ako sa mga ibang dev ko na kaibigan. Kasi kung paano yung approach nila sa ganitong kunyari, may iba pa silang syntax for kunyari, sa isang function na ginagawa. Kung paano yung approach nila. And then, so yun. And then, itatry ko siya sa sarili kong gawin. And if napagana ko siya, so yun. Parang small win siya. So yun.
Joseph, ano ba yung
Hello, ma'am.
imposter syndrome? Para
Imposter
maano din
syndrome,
kami.
para siyang yung sa sarili mo kasi yun eh, para kang takot, para kang takot na, kunyari, nagko-code ako,
Parang
tapos
iniisip mo na parang di mo deserve yon. Tama ba?
hindi siya mismo hindi deserve mo, parang hindi mo siya kaya, parang hindi ko to
Ah,
alam.
okay.
Parang parang inaral mo siya pero pag gagawin mo na parang hindi siya parang hindi mo siya kayang gawin.
Parang
Ganun.
nadidin na yung capabilities. Tama ba?
Okay.
Mm-mm.
And
Kahit alam
then,
mo
Na-check ko
kaya mo.
dito kay na-check ko dito kay Google itong si imposter syndrome. So
yeah.
according to Wikipedia, wow, very reliable ang source.
Reliable.
Oo. According to the web.
Oh?
Hello?
Hello?
Nangrarag na naman ba si Twitter?
Nangrarag na naman si Twitter.
Hello.
Oh my gosh. Nangyayari na gan. Kaibiganin na natin si Elon Musk para maayos na natin yun. Pero anyway, ayun, nakabalik siya ulit. Agad, rather. Ayan, let's approve. Ayan. Welcome back! Welcome back!
Lang ba? Ako lang ba
Hello
yun?
po, ma'am.
Ako lang ba yun? Bigla akong
Narag
natakot.
pa, narag.
Feeling ko there's an impostor among us. Charot. Parang lang. Yung among us
Hala.
na game. Yun yung Anyway, nakita ko nga dito kay Wikipedia na yung impostor syndrome daw or phenomenon. Ito daw yung it's a psychological occurrence wherein an individual doubt their skill set or their talent or their accomplishment kasi ayaw daw nilang ma-expose na hindi pala sila magaling doon sa particular topic or particular na task. So, yun yung impostor syndrome. May bago tayong natutunan kay Joseph. Imposter syndrome.
Actually, may times na nafe-feel ko rin yan. Yan palang tawag dyan.
May term pala siya.
Pero this is not to be used as an excuse, no? May times din talaga we have to embrace our lack of skills and then talents and make this as our stepping stone para ma-complement pa natin or madagdagan pa natin yung skill set natin. Alam ko meron tong parang opposite ng imposter syndrome na siya naman yung type of individual na bilib sa sarili, na
Narcissist. Joke lang.
feeling niya lahat ng skills nasa kanya, parang gano'n. Wala na siyang
parang jack of all trades.
Iba kasi pag sinabi mong jack of all trades, hindi siya jack of all trades. Hindi yun yung term niya.
Oh.
Narcissist?
Parang siguro similar to narcissist, pero ano yun?
Dunning-Kruger.
Ay, oo, yung Dunning-Kruger effect.
Tao ba yun?
Ayan, so the
Dunning-Kruger?
Dunning-Kruger effect occurs when a person's lack of knowledge and skills in a certain area cause them to overestimate their own competence. So, yun.
Same exact opposite
Oo.
yung imposter syndrome talaga. Nice. New word, new vocabulary.
No, new word. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Para na-overestimate nila yung capacity nila kasi they think that they know this skill, they know this area, but actually they don't have the knowledge din. So yan, may imposter syndrome, tapos meron din tayong Dunning-Kruger effect. Pero moving on, ayan, si Jomi, for sure, may question ka na, Jomi. I'm sure you have one.
Yes. Since, naka 1 hour and an hour and a half na pala din tayo. Wow. Last na natin tong question. Time flies talaga when you're having interactive conversations with builders. Ayan. Our last question for the bootcampers. How did the bootcamp help you in your journey to become a blockchain developer? Okay, let's start with Matt naman ulit.
Can you repeat the question? Sorry.
Sige. How did the bootcamp help you in your journey to become a blockchain developer?
Mm. Um, as I mentioned a while ago, new pa din ako sa Web3. More than a year pa lang ako with Web3 as a developer. Even before BDB started this cohort too. I think the bootcamp really helped me in a way that it helps me understand the layers beyond what I thought I understood already. So it kind of helped me grasp and understand certain integrations deeper within our source code because when I came to SparkPoint, I was assigned with SparkSwap. SparkDefi was once called before it was SparkSwap now. I didn't really understand a lot of things back then. I was more focused on front end, but then with BDB, it helps me understand a lot more things. So mga Web3 integrations and certain things. Pag may mga issues, I know na this could be the problem and whatnot. Sa back end pala ito, sa mga ganun ganyan. So it's very nice to actually learn the inside and outs of blockchain as a whole. So I think yun yung isang big impact of the bootcamp in my blockchain career. So yun, thank you.
Wow. Thank you na you took this opportunity with us. And we're happy na you get to learn more insights and more knowledge when it comes to the space. Okay, let's have Joseph.
Ma'am, ano ulit yung question? Sorry.
Feeling okay lang. Kada bootcamp, sabihin ko yung question. Sige.
lang daw po ulitin.
Oh, no. How did the bootcamp help you in your journey to become a blockchain developer?
May pusa. Saan yun?
Oh, katabi ko yung alaga ko today.
Okay. Buti ano sila. And, paano siya nakatulong? Ano ma'am, yun nga yung sinabi ni Sir Matt. Katulad din na sinabi ni Sir Matt. Yung sa understand, mas naging better pa yung understanding ko about sa blockchain, pag-create ng tokens, gawa ng contracts, and pag-deploy ng contracts. And honestly ngayon ko lang talaga nagawa yung mga ganyan eh. Magde-deploy ng token, and wala talaga akong idea. So, yun. So Web3 mukhang magagamit ko talaga siya if mag-proceed ako sa career na to.
Wow. Yan talaga yung
Sorry,
goal mo to become a blockchain developer.
Soon siguro, pero tingnan natin kung kakayanin. So, plan ko din kasing kumuha muna sa mag-apply as developer muna sa Web2. Try kong bumalik sa bank. Try ko bumalik sa bank. So, tingnan natin.
Pero we're glad to be of help naman in your journey in Web3, diba? Yes. Okay.
Babalik ka sa bank, Joseph?
Kasi may sa akin, ma'am. May offer sa akin. So,
wow! Sa
balik ko
doon pa sa Union Bank, Chos.
Sa UBX. Medyo mahirap sila kontakin eh.
Sige, gawa natin ng paraan yan.
Wow!
We'll try to connect you with
interest ni previous
UBX.
bank ni Joseph. Sa bagay, hindi ka naman affiliated na dun.
Pero palos magkakilala naman sa bank kasi. Parang isang industry na, maliit na industry lang talaga sila.
Despite na big na industry, konti lang yung nila.
Magkakilala sila sa loob.
Magkakilala lang sila.
Magkakilala pa
mga
sila.
best friends. Okay, let's have JP naman. Paano nakatulong yung bootcamp sa journey mo to become a blockchain developer?
Nag-open up ng new opportunity si Bootcamp para makapag-explore ng ah, ano bang tawag doon? New new place new place sa career ko as a developer, a web 2 developer. So maganda rin na makakapag-try na at nakapag-try na rin ng mga projects ngayon na connected sa Web3 or nasa Web3 mismo. So dahil dito sa bootcamp na ito, kaya nakakapag-start na mag-create ng mga projects na nasa blockchain. So ito na yung
Side hustle.
side projects lang. Tapos yung
Okay.
hindi pa tayo tumatanggap ng side hustle sa sa blockchain development.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Soon.
Sana soon. Pag
Oo.
pag natapos na yung meron pa nga kaming habuling capstone Joke lang.
Capstone muna.
Capstone
yes.
muna.
Yan yung
Capstone muna.
priority. Yes.
Para maging playground.
Naka-graduate.
Yun yung maganda dito sa bootcamp kasi parang meron kang blockchain playground, ganyan, Web3 playground mo. Yung mga exercises, kasi free ka namang gawin kahit ano yung gusto mo dun basta nasusunod mo yung criteria. Yun po.
Kumbaga self-paced siya, yes.
Self-paced naman siya.
Self-paced siya.
Thank you po.
Glad to know naman, JP, na despite na naging playground siya, naging helpful naman siya in contributing your contributing knowledge sa journey mo, di ba?
Yes po.
Yes. Sino pa yung hindi ko natatanong? Si Nico, kaso I think he's having technical difficulty at the moment. Yan. Okay, si Sir Ian, natanong ko na ba siya? Last na si Kuya Ian.
Hi. Ano nga ulit?
Hi.
Joke lang. How did the bootcamp? Ayun nga, like na-mention ko kanina, na nagkaroon ako ng deeper understanding, especially habang ginagawa ko tong wallet kasi syempre blockchain din siya, although sa front end ito, pero mas nagkaroon ako ng deeper understanding, and syempre ipupursu ko pa to para mas lalo ko pa rin siyang maintindihan kasi kumbaga parang nasa pa lang din, kumbaga medyo marami pa talagang kailangang matutunan dito sa blockchain, especially bagong technology din siya.
Okay, thank you so much for that, Sir Ian. And I am thankful na nag-contribute din kami sa inyong journey to become a blockchain developer. Ayan guys, it's already 8:38 p.m. and let's conclude and wrap up BDB Cohort 2. Congratulations, students, and continue on with your journey in becoming blockchain developers. Yeah. Congrats, everyone.
Wrap up lang ng Twitter space. Hindi pa wrap up ng cohort 2. We're just wrapping up the Twitter space and hope you guys have a wonderful evening ahead of you. Thank you so much to Nico, to Harvs, Joseph, JP, Matt Ivan, and Sir Ian. And to our remaining listeners, Ninong, Jules, and Carl, thank you so much for tuning in to our BDB Cohort to wrap up Twitter space, and hope you can share this link so other people can hear our replay and watch out for our YouTube video for this. This will also be uploaded in our YouTube channel. So maybe you can plug our YouTube channel so they can follow our YouTube.
Okay, our YouTube channel has the handle SparkLearn ET. That is SparkLearn, capital E and T. Same with our social media handles on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We have SparkLearn ET. You can follow us on our social medias for further updates, as well as other announcements for our, for future endeavors. Yan. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming, and have a great
Bye.
night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye
Bye
po.
po.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank
you.
Thank
everyone.
you.
you.
Bye.